Let's check in on the PBA Tour with Steve Sparky Fifer, Van McNeil, and Dwight Albrecht. This is the Spare Time Bowling Show on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP.
Welcome back. The talk just continues throughout the break. Now we're actually talking about bowling.
This will be our 2-hour show today.
Yeah, absolutely. The special Easter edition.
Yes, that's right.
Religion up front, bowling in the back.
Correct, exactly.
In order.
As always, in case you wanted to hear the religious rant, you can always podcast the show at sportsradio1250.com. It's always there for you. Hey, how about Team LAX? Who knew they were bowling in this thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know LA had a team.
Yeah.
They showed up and they did their thing and won last week. But I go back to, what was it? I think it was the second match. Let's see. Well, yeah, the Silver Lake Adams Splitters, when they won that match. And that's Barnes' team. And we've seen them before. And if we remember correctly, Dwight's favorite uniform or the favorite jersey was the Silver Adams Splitters.
Yes, they are.
So now whenever I see my TV, I think of you.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll get you one for Christmas.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll wear it.
Well, yeah. All right. Fair enough. Okay, so this whole deal here, how this played out, is pretty cool. Because Dave Lecca misses a 10-pin in the eighth, right? So now Silver Lake has a 10-pin lead. Belmonte strikes in the ninth. Now, again, we've talked about this before, and there is a certain bowler that doesn't think I understand the whole process of what makes an anchor bowler, and that's fine. But I'm going to tell you something. Everybody can have their different view of an anchor bowler. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, if it's Brylo, you, Van, me, and you, Dwight, on a team, Dwight, you're bowling anchor.
Without a doubt.
And you know,
it ain't me.
Right. Without
ain't
a doubt.
going to be
the
him.
guy that's going to perform in the clutch.
It ain't going to be him. It's going to be you.
Yep.
Right.
Period.
Experience, guy performing the clutch, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm.
But if I know that you have a history of folding,
right,
then I go to the second best bowler, maybe, and you bowl the ninth, right? Very intriguing to me that Belmonte bowls the ninth. Mm-hmm. Because I like Belmonte, and I know a lot of people don't, but Belmonte doesn't seem, from an egotistical standpoint, to be somebody that's willing to give up the 10th frame in order to let somebody else be that guy in the 10th frame. I mean, were you surprised by it? I was. Because when I looked at Belmonte, I'm going, well, you know he's going to be the anchor bowler. Mm-hmm. And when he wasn't, I was really taken back by that.
I think it's who has the best look also. I think they're so equal quality-wise of their games. I think whoever's just got the best look. I mean, between the four of us, you know, there's differences in quality of games, averages of games. I mean, I think these guys are so paired out there, a lot of parity between them and the quality of the games, that I think it's going to come down to who's got the best reaction.
So they end up going with Parker Bowles in the third.
Yep.
So Belmonte strikes in the ninth, and then Parker Bowles strikes out.
Right.
So I mean, I'm not saying it was the wrong decision.
Well, that's what I was wondering.
I was just surprised by it watching it.
Mm-hmm. Strategy.
Right, because I thought going in that pretty much everybody was going to have their anchor bowler was going to be their best bowler.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The only one I had second guesses of was good old Sean Rash. Outside of that, I thought everybody else's best bowler was probably going to be there because for the most part, the rest of those guys had shown they could be. But even Weber didn't bowl anchor at one point either. I read your mind. I'm on you, Brylo. I got you. So you feeling I went out drinking last week, and now I can read them like a book. So I mean that played out. I was very interested to see how that plays out. So now that happens. So now you need Barnes to strike out.
Yeah. And there's your Mr. Clutch, right?
You're thinking Barnes.
Yeah.
That was the first ball. That was the second ball. Strike.
I went back to, oh no, he's going to choke again like he did back in the day.
See, and I didn't. I wasn't worried about it. I thought if anybody's going to do this,
Automatic.
it's going to be Barnes.
I don't know. He had that look in his eye or something. Just something was amiss.
Van, where did he go to school?
Wichita. I know.
Wichita State, right?
I know, Wichita State.
Who's now in the Final Four.
Yeah,
by
basketball.
the way. Right.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for because it's a bowling school. They're never going to be a basketball school in my mind.
Right.
But, so, Wichita State.
Yeah.
The problem is this wasn't live. This was all taped back in the day.
Yeah.
And I bet you Wichita State was in a funk back then because he leaves a 4-7 in the 10, and they lose.
You could see the first two shots he got a little wide, got away with the light hit.
Yep.
And then the last shot, or the 12th ball, you could clearly see he missed it left, that he pulled it left. So you knew there was not going to be much fallback.
Overthunk it.
Yeah, it could have possibly been. I mean, it just, to me, it was just he threw a bad shot. It was, a choke, if you want to call it a choke.
Right.
Maybe he knew that the first two were a little light and that he wanted to obviously flush the last one or pure the last one, and he didn't.